Now this is the still shot. I took one still shot which we saw before in between the movies of the actual object. My hand was shaking then, so this is easier to examine. I only took one because I was very scared of losing it, so it was very hard to focus on. It was very small, and I was lucky this came up. Now what I'll try to do, rather than use a graph on the side, I'll actually try to use the details on top that I can change. These are noise reduction, color, and exposure. So let's do it this way. So this would be 30 times zoom, which I'm now further enlarging probably by 5 to 10 times on top of that. So we're probably hitting 100 zoom or more. Now let's do first exposure. Now here's where we see a very good example of that, a yellow tint. Color and noise reduction. And guess what? This is actually more a yellow on further investigation rather than white. So that tint that I picked up previously, it's actually, there's a very strong yellow tint to it. Extremely strong. Now I'll click revert to original, and you'll see how that after it's processed you can see the yellow tint. So if I click back to original, you'll see it there. It's all over the orb, the actual yellow tint, but because it was sunny, the exposure was a very bright exposure, so that's why obviously let's work it the other way. We'll use color and then exposure. And here we get that beautiful orange tint coming in. Now I think that's the first time I've seen the orange color, not orange, yellow come in anywhere. I haven't seen many yellow ones. So this was, on further examination, it was more a yellow than white. So there it is. There's just a big white, a yellow orb ball that looked very solid. It had a definite outline to it. We'll try to do that outline here by sharpening it using this tool here, see what happens. Okay, let's see what that's done to it. It just makes it dark around the edges. It doesn't really help that much, so we'll revert back to the original and just apply exposure, color, and noise reduction. That's probably the best type of analysis of the picture. So there it is. It was actually traveling in a very straight line, similar to a very high-flying passenger jet. So I was thinking first, was it a balloon? But it just resembled all the other orbs that I've seen. But all I had at that stage was an iPhone. So I'm actually glad I purchased a 30 optic zoom Fuji SL300, because since I've purchased it, I've caught about 3 of these orb UFOs, and that's like further a picture analysis. So this is the raw picture from the camera itself, and it's a very nice white, but actually more yellow to it. And it was traveling northeast, very high up. This was very hard to focus on. It's just a white dot traveling in a very straight line, extremely high. It traveled higher than any of the clouds, and I think it was going pretty fast. It went in a very, very straight line. So there it is.